Buenos dias, hola, ¿cómo está? This is Kai Pacha with the weekly Pele report, and this one is for April 22nd of 2014, where we are in the midst of the big grand cross of 2014, and it's a spectacular time. There's a lot going on. We're kind of surrounded with all kinds of exciting events. Today, actually, we have the third quarter square moon, as that moon moves through Aquarius, and then on Wednesday moves up into Pisces, by Saturday into Aries. Monday, she moves into Taurus and blocks out the sun. We have our solar eclipse on Monday at 9 degrees of Taurus. So we're going to be talking about this eclipse coming up, as well as, of course, the Grand Cross, which has its maximum effect. Yeah, on today, tomorrow, yesterday, basically all week. This Grand Cross has been going on for quite some time, and it's really this whole month that it's in effect. We'll talk about what that is with Mars opposite Uranus and Jupiter opposite Pluto, both squaring each other. And, you know, besides that, geez, what more is there to say? I really want to just talk a little bit today about this idea of how powerful the lunar nature of these eclipse cycles are. But first, let me find a nice, good, quiet little spot and talk at you. Okay. Hola. Wow, I found a place. I'm a little far away from the camera. I hope this is gonna work. But this is a time where you've got to experiment. So I'm experimenting. We gotta step out of the old, safe, familiar ways of doing things and step into the new. And we want to talk about, you know, this Grand Cross is just like this whole, the square, which makes this cross, 4 squares, is about transcendence. It's about a box. It's about rising up out of the box. A problem is never solved at the same level that it was created. So we are all getting pushed. And let's look at what that push is about. I've talked about this over and over and over again. This Uranus square Pluto, which is the root foundation of this Grand Cross, has its seeds back in the mid-60s, 64, 65, 66. The summer of love. Well, now, yeah, that conjunction of Uranus-Pluto set the seed, and now the seed is coming into fruition. It's time to birth that seed, extrovert those impulses, manifest that potential. So what we need to say is that 2014 needs to be a year of love. Yeah, baby. Oh my God. And where is Uranus? The Sabian symbol that I talked about in that other video is a serpent coiled near a man and a woman. And when we look at this turning of the ages that's coming on, from Pisces to Aquarius, this awakening and this great year of the galactic precession of the equinoxes, yes, moving into alignment with the galactic center. We are rebalancing the masculine and the feminine. It's time to reintegrate men and women. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, particularly because it really goes into so much. There's so much to talk about. I don't know how long this is going to be. Mars opposite Uranus. The masculine. In Aries and Libra, fire and air, masculine signs. We could look at it as the masculine impulses, and the Pluto-Jupiter is in Capricorn and Cancer. the feminine signs. So if you want to look at some battle going on, it can be this Mars-Uranus. Sudden, erratic, impulsive, masculine need for order, for structure, for linear, for getting things done, for making it happen, for charging forward, for controlling the situation. Yes, from this, egoic third-dimensional perspective, this is the masculine. It is the doer. But what's going on? Mars is retrograde. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry, man. It's just not happening the way it's always, or the way it's supposed to happen. Every action does not equal an equal and opposite reaction these days. You can be like, go, 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 and like nothing, 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 nothing. It's like, ah! So the masculine is getting frustrated, which creates anger. And it's just this time where we can be, kind of biting the nails going, when is this going to break? Yeah? Like something's got a grip on me, a hold on me, or something's holding me back. That masculine wants to charge. Mars doesn't go direct until the end of May, so hang on in there. Plus, Mars-Uranus, okay, if you put Mars and Uranus together, and it's like, okay, sudden, erratic, impulsive, start, invent, new ideas, new inventions, new gadgets, new technology, that's all fine and dandy, but does it hold a candle to Pluto opposite Jupiter? I don't think so. No frickin' way. It's just like this is a time, yeah, of the emotions, of the feelings, of the need to go in. And then if we look even farther at this eclipse cycle, this is a south node solar eclipse. And it has been preceded by a lunar eclipse. Now we know that planets are more extroverted and stronger at their north node. So the lunar eclipse, the moon was at her north node. She was powerful. This brought up for all of us our past patterns of adapting. That's what the moon is, how we adapt, how we live, how we make it. How we, create a nest or a feeling of security in our environment. So it brought it up. And now what happens, the moon comes around, we're having the solar eclipse. On Monday, she's going to block off the sun. And where is it? In Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. Powerful feminine energy. What else is going on? Venus, Chiron, Neptune. Venus is in, these are all in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. So we've got this feminine energy exalted, Venus, moon exalted, and Mars, the masculine, retrograde, hanging limp out there, just like, ah! Not only that, but Chiron, Jupiter, Saturn is creating this grand trine in water, which again is feminine. So we just really want to look at this dynamic. We want to look at it that the patriarch and the masculine has been kind of in charge and in control and kind of running the show for 6,500 years. And as this serpent coils near a man and a woman, this Uranus degree, yeah, wants to break free and break out and break into a new dynamic of what? North Node in Libra. Yeah, that North Node is wanting to come into balance and harmony. How is this done? Pluto polarity point and Jupiter in Cancer. But we also just want to look at, my take on this, my interpretation of this, enough of the astrology, right? Is to really, I'm going to come up a little closer if I don't fall off the cliff. And this is just my take, this whole thing's my opinion. So I have it that the masculine is in the third dimension, linear, order, structure, accomplishment. Do it. Get it done. Make it happen. And the feminine energy is like the fairy, the angel, the subtle, the feelings, the spirit. And she kind of dances around like a butterfly or like a fairy. And you know, there is this tempting, this pulling, come up, meet me, yeah? And the man is saying, come down. The masculine is saying, come down and meet me. And she's saying, no, come up and meet me. And there can be, yeah, this lack of union, this lack of meeting. And then what's happened in the past, yes, you know, in the matriarchy, you know, the goddesses made the men feel small, dumb, dull, ignorant, blockheads, cavemen, barbarians, da-da-da-da. This made these guys angry. So they wanted to tear the feminine down. And what did they do? They made Black Moon Lilith. Yeah, they made Kali and Durga, and they said, you know what? You know, you are evil. You're the slut. You're the whore. You're the temptress. You're bad. Yeah, da da da. And then the feminine got down here and is, you know, down and dirty, but still, yeah, in the subtle realm. And it's just like, you know what? This dance between, yeah, heaven and hell, good and bad, you know, fairies and demons, you know, versus, you know, the masculine getting stuck and fixed in the world of what's tangible, physical, yeah, provable, scientifically duplicable. We have to be able to duplicate those results, please, or it's not real. Blah, 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 blah. Materialism, capitalism, whatever. This is what's got to break. And it breaks by what? The grand trine in water and the healing Chiron in Pisces. Yeah, that we are all spirits having earthly experiences in physical bodies, that we are all masculine, that we are all feminine, that we have that there is not this separation. This has to be the end of the separation. And that separation has been furthered by governments, by religions, by banks, by socio-cultural conditioning. And that's what is got to go, and that's what the end of the age is about. The end of Big Brother, the end of being told about the nature of reality. Pluto in Capricorn. It's the dying, the death of the old established order. To give birth, Jupiter in Cancer, to a new, caring, loving, feeling, non-conforming, nurturing reality. So this is a very beautiful time. And there's no answers, there's no guidelines, there's no instructions. We are at the, you know, it's like we are in free fall. We've had to jump off the cliff of the old way. The old armies have pushed us and brought us to this cliff, and now we're all poised on the cliff. We got to jump into a new place, and we don't know if we can fly, and we don't know if that water's deep enough at the bottom. But yeah, we gotta go for it. And the only way to do that is with this Jupiter in Cancer, is trust in our intuition, trust in our feelings, that I am one with Spirit, I am a co-creator, I am part of Source, I am one with Source. It's unity consciousness. Hasn't been really happening for a long time. Hasn't really been done in a long time. So it's time to, like, you know, hug your enemy. It's time to, like, get over these walls of separation that have been imposed upon us and used. The past has been divide and conquer. Make them feel separate. Put them, have them war against each other. They're easier to control. Yeah? So we've been controlled by the outside. It's time for each one of us to take control of our own destinies on the inside. And that's a scary, new way of being. We don't know how to do it. We can feel alone, isolated. Oh, poor me. Oh my God, what am I going to do? ... And the answer, the solution is North Node in Libra. Ask for help. Reach out. Hopefully maybe to the opposite sex. Yeah? You know, and it's like foster union, intra-dependency. Not codependency, but intra-dependency. Recognizing that a man to be fully a man needs the feminine, and a feminine to be fully a woman needs the masculine. It is an intradependent, or no birth happens. And we are in this Taurus. Moon in Taurus is abundant fertility. Has to do with the Empress card. Yes, in the Tarot. It's like, out of which comes the new birth. So this solar eclipse is really powerful. And I encourage all of us to see it as the beginning. It's not the culmination, it's not the peak, it's not the end. This Uranus, and the other thing, it goes on and on. This is the 5th Uranus square Pluto out of 7. There's another one in December, another one in next March, I think. 5th chakra, communicate, create. 5th and 2nd chakra are connected. Use them both, yeah? To express, to create, to communicate, to receive, to share, to feel. Get into it. Solar eclipse in Taurus, my 5 physical senses. Listen to the mother. Feel the earth. Feel your body. No separation between spirit and matter. Between heaven and earth. Between my glory and my sexuality. No way. Let us cross the great divide. Leap off that cliff and maybe even make it to the other side. So yeah, the mantra for today, yeah? We've been told that we are separate. It's either me or you. There's not enough for everyone. We'll never make it through. Yikes. This mindset of division is robbing me of my strength. It fosters fear and lack of trust. It's time to give it back. It's a good one to meditate on, feel into, think about. I don't need to explain it so much in words. Feel the feeling behind the words, through the words. It's time to trust each other. It's time to unite. Feel our connection to all that is. Venus, Chiron, Neptune, and Pisces. Wow. Saturn and Scorpio. Trust responsibly, please. We've been taught that we are separate. It's either me or you. There's not enough for everyone. We'll never make it through. This mindset of division is robbing me of my strength. It fosters fear and lack of trust. It's time to give it back. Let it go. The old past patterns of adapting, of withdrawing, of self-protection, of narcissistic forms of behavior, let them go and be birthed into the new paradigm in Lakesh. I am another you. Namaste, aloha, so much love.